All right, let's jump straight into it. We've got a really charming peek into this blossoming first love.
Yeah, between Nan, who's in middle school, and Noah, the older guy, the senior high crush.
Exactly. And we're pulling from these fictional story excerpts presented in markdown files. Gives us a great view.
Kind of a front row seat, right? Into Nan's world, those key moments with Noah.
Totally. So think of this as your quick guide to understanding that sweet, kind of awkward phase of young romance.
Hmm.
Our mission really is to unpack these key encounters, those feelings we can all relate to, and maybe spot a few surprises as they kind of navigate things.
Take those first steps. Okay, so where do we start? Nan's feelings for Noah, maybe.
Yeah, let's unpack that. Right off the bat, what strikes you about how Nan sees Noah?
Well, it's the sheer intensity, isn't it? How she idealizes him. It's very classic early crush stuff.
How?
Her whole world turns pink, apparently, just seeing him. These feelings are like a bursting of a million stars. His smile is her daily light. It really shows how the crush object becomes this huge symbol.
Like embodying everything good.
Exactly. Everything desirable in her eyes at that point.
That's a great way to put it. It's less about Noah, the actual person, maybe, and more what he represents to her.
Precisely. Not yet, anyway.
Okay, so what's a real turning point in these very early stages?
I think that moment in the school cafeteria when their eyes meet.
Ah, yes.
It wasn't just a quick glance. The story really emphasizes his deep, gentle gaze and that little smile he gives.
And that small bit of attention for someone with a crush, it feels monumental, right?
Absolutely massive. Like the universe just singled you out.
So how does Nan react to that direct look?
Oh, predictably, she's completely flustered.
Mm.
You know, the usual.
Fist pounding.
Heart racing, wants to look away, tries to act all casual. But of course,
Her friend sees everything.
her friend clocks the whole interaction. And the teasing starts immediately.
And it's the friend who kind of confirms it for Nan, isn't it? Confirms the significance.
Yes. Her friend points out, hey, he smiled back at you.
Mm.
And that tiny bit of acknowledgement, it's huge validation.
Like a secret message just passed between them.
Exactly. It fuels the whole thing.
The story also mentions this feeling of an unacknowledged connection. What's that about?
That invisible thread feeling when their eyes meet again. It speaks to that deep, deep hope for something mutual,
Even with zero actual interaction.
Right. Just that hope that maybe, just maybe, he feels something too. It's all about potential at this stage.
So zooming out a bit, these early moments really show what?
The sheer power of that first crush, definitely. The intense focus, how tiny interactions become massive events.
Yeah, it really sets the emotional stage for what comes next, which is pretty unexpected.
Very unexpected. So Nan's waiting for a bus. It's late. She's restless.
That familiar teenage waiting game.
And boom, Noah appears, just walks up. And he asks casually, Ronan Leorio, waiting long.
Oh my gosh, for Nan, that must have felt like a movie scene.
Totally, like her daydream just walked up to her.
And they have this normal chat about the late bus, but then Noah just drops it in there.
Yeah, the offer. Bon Unirio, Kirot found the 940, dying song out my.
Which is...
Where's your house? I'm riding that way anyway. Should I give you a lift?
Whoa. Okay, what's the dynamic shift there? That's huge.
It really is. You've got the power dynamic, right? The senior Noah kind of reaching down to help the younger Nan.
It's kind, obviously, but for Nan.
Oh, for Nan, it's loaded. Absolutely loaded with meaning.
What do you think her internal reaction tells us? That hesitation.
It's pure whirlwind, isn't it? Surprise, hesitation, but also that light bulb moment. This is my chance.
That classic push-pull, wanting it, but also being kind of scared of it.
Exactly. And how does Noah handle her hesitation? Does he push?
No, he's actually really gentle. He just explains about the late bus again, says he's not in a hurry.
So he's trying to make her feel comfortable.
Yeah, ease her nerves, make it seem like no big deal.
And she agrees. Reluctantly, but she agrees.
And then comes the motorcycle.
Ah, yes.
Well,
another layer entirely.
That physical closeness, it's a whole new level. His simple pay contour, let's go.
Seals the deal. Kicks off something much more intimate.
Okay, so this is where things get really interesting. Being on that bike, holding on to him.
Yeah.
What impact does that have?
Oh, it's sensory overload for Nan, you'd imagine. That nervousness, holding his shirt, feeling the bike move, heart pounding.
It's completely different from just seeing him across a room.
Night and day. This is actual physical proximity. Very intense for a first crush.
Definitely. But the ride doesn't exactly go smoothly, does it?
Nope. Mother Nature intervenes. That sudden downpour.
Forces them together.
Exactly. They have to seek shelter under a big tree, takes a simple ride offer, and turns it into this shared moment of, well, slight discomfort.
Huddling there, getting soaked. What's the significance of sharing that?
Even something mundane, like getting caught in the rain, sharing that experience, can build intimacy, strangely enough.
Yeah, it kind of strips away the normal social barriers.
Puts them in a situation where they're sort of relying on each other, even just to stay dryish.
So they decide to make a run for her house, which is nearby.
Right. And then the next surprise, nobody's home.
Oh. Okay, how does that change things?
Big time. Now it's not just sharing a moment under a tree. They're suddenly alone together.
Yeah.
In her house.
The stakes just went way up.
Definitely creates a whole new potential for connection. Or awkwardness. Or both.
So Nan makes this hesitant request. What does that tell us about her comfort level now?
It's a massive step for her, asking him to stay. She uses Pinoa, that respectful term.
And then asks, Kue, ban nain mai krai yu loea. Pija yu vama amfue nain jongwa fonja yu tokundai maika.
Basically, nobody's home. Could you maybe stay with me until the rain stops?
Wow, that takes guts. Shows trust.
And a clear desire to keep him there, right? To prolong this unexpected time.
Absolutely. And Noah's response.
He pauses, makes eye contact, and then just this warm, gentle gorde si.
Okay. Simple as that.
So simple. But it speaks volumes. It confirms he's okay with it. He's comfortable staying. The dynamic really shifts here.
From just a chance encounter to something much more personal.
Exactly. Now they're alone in her house, waiting out the rain. What kind of atmosphere does that create?
Instantly more intimate, you'd think? Nan offers him a towel.
That brief touch when their fingers brush.
Yeah, those little things get magnified, don't they?
Totally. And him changing into her dad's clothes, probably. The rain drumming outside. It's very atmospheric, almost like a movie scene.
It really is. And Noah breaks the silence, asking if they should just wait or talk. What does that show about him?
It's considerate, I think. He's not assuming anything, not wanting to make her uncomfortable, but he's also opening the door to connect more.
And Nan chooses talk. She takes the opportunity.
She does. Smart move.
So the conversation on the sofa, soft lamplight, rain sounds. What's the significance there?
It creates this incredibly cozy, almost romantic little bubble for them, away from the world.
And Nan asks if he likes the rain. Such a simple question.
But it opens things up, doesn't it? Allows him to share something a bit more personal.
And his answer is quite revealing, actually.
It is. Liking the coolness, the freshness, sure, but also feeling lonely sometimes during the rain. That's vulnerability.
Especially for someone she probably sees as, completely cool and collected.
Right. And him explaining that rainy day loneliness makes him want to be with someone he feels good and warm with.
Ooh, that must have hit Nan pretty hard, that hint of a shared feeling.
Definitely. And then she shares that she likes the rain too.
Ah, that lovely little moment of finding common ground.
Even something small like that. Noah's warm response about having something in common, it just builds that connection, that feeling of, oh, we're not so different.
It's powerful in early attraction, isn't it?
Very. And the quiet companionship that follows. It suggests they're becoming more comfortable, more at ease, just being together.
What about Nan's unspoken hopes here? What do they reveal?
Well, she's clearly hoping for more, isn't she? Maybe that walk after the rain stops. But she's also just trying to savor this moment with him.
That bittersweet feeling, wanting it to last, but also wondering what's next.
Precisely. And then the rain finally stops. Time for the reluctant goodbye.
Noah says, Dia pipe kunna, I'll go first. But that lingering gaze.
Yeah, he's not exactly sprinting for the door, is he?
No. And Nan thanking him for staying, acknowledging it was more than just waiting out a storm.
Right. And his reply, that he enjoyed himself. That's a key little admission.
Then that slightly open-ended question about leaving now or waiting, it's almost like he's giving her another chance to
prolong it. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But then reality intrudes.
The parents arrive. Oh gosh, that changes everything.
Instant jolt back to reality from that private bubble to her family life. Must have been nerve-wracking for Nan.
Totally. Introducing your crush who's wearing your dad's clothes after being alone in the house, not ideal.
Not the plan, no. But Noah handles it well, apparently.
Yeah, polite greeting to the parents. Sets a good tone.
And the dad's friendly response, using Noah's name, that helps diffuse the awkwardness right away.
And then the mom invites him to stay for dinner.
Wow. That's a huge gesture, a real sign of acceptance.
What does that mean for Nan and Noah, do you think?
For Nan, Probably immense relief mixed with excitement. Her parents seem okay with him, and he's staying longer.
And for Noah.
It suggests he's being welcomed in,
Mhm.
which, can feel like a pretty significant step in any budding, whatever this is becoming.
That whole evening sounds really warm. Nan helping cook, her dad chatting with Noah.
Yeah, it paints a picture of integration, almost. And the dinner itself, warm atmosphere, enjoyable conversation, it solidifies that acceptance.
Noah thanking her mom is just polite but important.
Shows respect for the family, and Nan's encouraging smile across the table.
That's their shared secret, isn't it? Acknowledging the weird but good turn the evening took.
Yeah. So how does this whole unexpected dinner thing impact their connection going forward?
It feels like a bridge, doesn't it? He's not just the distant crush anymore. He's eaten with her family, talked with her dad. Makes the idea of more feel much more real.
Dimly grounds it a bit more. Okay, so next we shift scenes to the school fair. A totally different environment.
Right. Public, chaotic, and Noah's got this problem food booth duty, but can't cook.
Huh. Classic teenage dilemma. And his friend Toy is teasing him, naturally.
But Nan overhears, and she offers to help. What's the significance there?
Well, partly it's just her being helpful, but it's also a perfect natural way to spend time with them, right? And show her support.
Absolutely. It shifts their dynamic again from just kind of hanging out to being collaborators.
And the friends notice, of course.
Yeah.
Toy and Jen. Their teasing shows they're picking up on the vibes.
What do you make of their individual reactions? Toy seems a bit annoyed. Jen's trying to act cool.
Yeah, it hints at the complex web of feelings in teenage friend groups, doesn't it? Toy's annoyance? Maybe protective. Maybe a tiny bit jealous.
Could be. And Jen pretending not to care but secretly watching.
Suggests she's definitely more invested, or at least interested, than she's letting on. There's stuff going on there, too.
And them actually working together in the kitchen, Nan guiding Noah. Another chance for closeness.
Building that rapport through a shared task. Noah's genuine thanks. Nan's modest reply, it feels real.
And even with the teasing while they're serving food, it's becoming obvious to everyone, isn't it?
Their mutual interest. Yeah, it's pretty much out there now, at least to their friends.
So what does the school fair thing really solidify for them?
It moves their connection into the public eye, sort of. Their friends see it, acknowledge it, and it shows Nan being capable, Noah accepting her help. A nice little dynamic.
Okay, fair's over. Then Toy suggests the cat cafe to celebrate. More relaxed.
Much more relaxed. So how does Nan approach asking Noah along?
Hesitantly, it sounds like still a bit unsure, or maybe wants his validation.
But he agrees gently, which is a pretty clear sign he wants to hang out too.
Then Toy invites Jen, makes it a foursome. Nan's reaction.
A slight hesitation, probably hoping for more one-on-one time, Jen joining changes the dynamic.
But Jen's keen. Noah's take on the group expanding.
Mild surprise, maybe? Like he was expecting something else? But he seems happy enough to go with the flow.
And Toy's little joke about Nan being upset if they didn't go.
Yeah, just highlights the teasing and the social awareness within the group.
So the four of them pile into Toy's car for the cat cafe. What's the vibe?
Sounds pretty fun. Fun conversation and laughter. They're comfortable together, despite the underlying stuff.
And the cooking comes up again.
Yeah, Jen compliments them, and Noah immediately gives Nan the credit.
Ah, sweet.
Little moments like that. Nan blushes, Toy teases more. It just keeps building.
Jen observes their comfortable dynamic. That's interesting.
Yeah, it suggests they have an ease together that goes beyond just, casual friendship now.
Nan tries to downplay it. He's just a good person. But then Noah pipes up.
Saying they got closer working together. Reinforces that shared experience thing.
Which leads Toy to joke, sounds like dating.
Huh? Bringing the subtext right out into the open. Playfully, of course.
So they get to the cat cafe, surrounded by cats. Relaxed setting.
Unique, definitely. They hang out, chat about the fair. What do you think is really simmering under the surface here?
Well, between Nan and Noah, clearly that romantic interest is still buzzing. But for Toy and Jen...
They're navigating their own feelings, too, while watching their friends. It feels like everyone's kind of testing the waters, figuring things out.
Right. Okay, so after all these shared moments, Noah finally decides to make a move, ask her out properly. What prompts that?
It seems like the fair, the cafe outing. It all solidifies. Yeah, maybe the word date feels a bit intense. Suggesting low-key makes it feel safer, maybe less pressure.
So Noah suggests the cat cafe again? Familiar territory.
Comfortable. And his smile makes her heart flutter. Yeah, she's definitely in.
She agrees. But their planned date doesn't quite go as planned, does it?
Oh, no. Classic story beat. They arrive, all set for their date, and,
Toy and Jen are already there.
yep, talk about an awkward curveball. How does Nan react?
You can imagine the internal, oh no, a bit of deflation, surely. That anticipated special time just changed.
And Toy, being Toy, picks up on it instantly.
Of course he does. His knowing question, is this a date, puts Noah right on the spot.
And Noah's flustered denial.
Yeah.
Very typical when your friends catch you out. Jen's teasing doesn't help.
But Toy tries to smooth it over, right? Be the social glue.
Yeah, suggesting they all sit together. It diffuses the direct confrontation, makes it less of an interrogation.
Noah agrees, but hesitantly. Probably worried about disappointing Nan.
Must have been. That initial silence probably felt endless.
How'd I break the ice?
Toy's jokes, apparently. The lifesaver. Brings back some laughter, lightens the mood.
Even Jen playfully scolding him helps normalize things.
Yeah, reinforces their group dynamic.
Yeah.
But the teasing about dating and nervousness continues.
How does Nan handle that? How does she support Noah?
That encouraging smile she gives him. It's small, but it's a clear signal. It's okay. I'm okay. Helps him relax.
And it's sweet that he still wants the day to be special for her, despite the extra company.
Shows his thoughtfulness. Then the focus shifts a bit. They actually interact as a group.
Right. Jen gets Toy to grab snacks, giving them a moment.
And Noah uses it. Asks Nan about her favorite things. Still trying to connect, even with friends around.
And they discover the shared love of chocolate cake.
Small moment, but sweet. Builds connection.
And Toy and Jen are still observing, making comments.
Toy saying they look natural together, it's an acknowledgement of their ease. And everyone laughing, Toy telling them to relax, helps make the best of it.
Even the cat, Zhao and Gao, provides a distraction.
Yeah, the interaction with the cat breaks things up with some humor.
So definitely not the date they planned. What's the outcome, though?
It was, a chaotic, not quite date. But maybe good in a way. They navigated awkwardness with friends, still found connection points, and it definitely made their potential thing even clearer to Toy and Jen.
Okay, so the day after that, Noah runs into his friend Joy. What's the vibe of that conversation?
Joy's questions. They seem friendly, but there's a definite probing quality. Like she's trying to figure out what's really going on between Noah and Nan.
Maybe a hint of her own interest in Noah?
Could be.
Yeah.
Subtle, but possible. How does Noah handle her questions initially?
He denies it, right? Just friends. Standard deflection tactic.
Pretty typical when you're not ready to label things, especially when someone else is asking.
But Joy keeps pushing, calling Nan cute, mentioning their closeness.
Yeah, she doesn't let it go easily.
Mm-hmm.
Directly asking about his feelings kind of forces him to confront it, at least in his own head.
And his answer is still pretty vague. She's cute, a good friend.
Non-committal. But then Joy points out how flustered they get around each other.
She's noticed the signs, the subtle cues.
Exactly, she's observant.
And Noah's reply just, maybe.
It's a small admission, but it's something, isn't it? A crack in the denial.
This chat clearly gets him thinking. He goes to find Nan afterwards. And what's her opening?
She asks him straight up if Joy was questioning him about them. She's aware too, maybe aware of Joy's potential interest. Wants clarity.
And then Nan. She takes a huge leap.
A massive one. That quiet confession.
Which means,
Then shortness.
I probably like brother Noah. Finally saying it out loud. So vulnerable.
And Noah's reaction.
Yeah.
Happy but surprised.
Yeah, like, really? Why didn't you say something?
And her reason is quite considerate, actually.
Very shyness. Plus, not wanting to make him uncomfortable because of his existing friendships, particularly with, maybe Joy or Jen, shows awareness of the group dynamics.
He reassures her, which must be a relief. Then Nan admits she was a little bit upset. What's that about? That ingan nidnidnaka. It's playful, but probably hints at feeling a bit overlooked or wanting more direct attention from him.
And Noah picks right up on that playful vibe.
He does. Teases her. Ngan, playwa chappi chai mai. Upset means you like me, right?
Huh. Turning it around lightly.
Keeps it light, acknowledges her feelings, and her shy agreement confirms it all.
He then kind of flips it into a communication lesson.
Yeah, saying it's okay to be upset, but she needs to tell him how it makes him feel. Yeah. Clever way to encourage openness.
And her response is pretty clear. Being upset makes her want more attention.
Yep. Lays her cards on the table, playfully.
And Noah's warm gaze, his offer to pay more attention, that's really sweet.
Super sweet and affirming. Feels like a real turning point. They're finally moving past just glances and implications.
Okay, so now they're kind of something. They plan a study session at the cat cafe. Should be focused, right?
You'd think. But this group, so what's the initial vibe between just Noah and Nan?
Seems like excitement, maybe still a touch of shyness, but with this new, almost official understanding between them. They pick a quiet corner, trying for focus. Nan needs help with trig and Pythagoras. Serious stuff. But the focus doesn't last.
Nope. Enter Joy. First interruption. And you sense Nan feeling a bit uneasy again.
Then Jen arrives, too. Comments on Nan being lucky to have Noah as a pooter. Maybe a little playful jab in there.
Could be, given everything.
Yeah.
Then Toy arrives, naturally.
With his usual humor, the whole need a cat on my lap to study routine.
Classic Toy.
Hey,
And Jiao Gao, the cat, is having none of it, as usual.
that cat knows who's boss. But despite the interruptions, it sounds like the mood stays pretty light.
Yeah, everyone ends up joining in. It becomes less steady session, more group hangout.
Even the teasing continues. Toy teasing Joy, Nan asking Joy about Noah.
Right. It all contributes to this relaxed, friendly vibe. Maybe not much studying gets done.
Probably not. But the cat cafe still works as a backdrop for them, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's their familiar spot. They can interact more openly now, even with the friends around. The teasing almost helps normalize their new dynamic within the group.
Okay, exams are done. Freedom. And Toy suggests a beach trip. Perfect.
Sounds ideal. What's the energy like on the drive?
Joyful chatter. That post-exam buzz, excitement for a fun day with friends, and they get right into it at the beach. Jen dragging Nan into the water fully clothed.
That's very Jen. Bold, playful, breaks the ice immediately, even if Nan's surprised.
Joy's reaction about swimwear suggests maybe not everyone planned on getting soaked right away.
Seems like it. While they're splashing, Joy handles the practical stuff, gets chairs. What about Noah and Toy?
Just watching, amused. Noah comments on Nan and Jen being cute, shows his affection casually.
Nice, comfortable moment. Okay, everyone changes. Then some playful flexing from the boys,
A little bit of showing off from Toy and Noah. Pretty standard teenage guy stuff.
especially around people you maybe want to impress. Jen and Nan notice. Joy teases them about it.
Yeah, Joy mentioning they've known each other since kindergarten really grounds their friendship. Lots of history there.
Definitely. And then they all hit the water together.
That feeling of freedom, shared fun, another good group bonding moment, and sets the stage for smaller interactions. Okay, so on the beach, the group kind of pairs off naturally. Toy and Jen are playing around. Noah and Nan are by the shore. What's the energy there?
A bit different. More focused, maybe a little tentative. Nan's feeling self-conscious in her swimwear. Very relatable.
And she actually says something.
Yeah, that shy comment like, you don't have to look at me, it's vulnerable.
Noah gets flustered. Says he didn't mean to stare, just hasn't seen her like that before.
It's awkward, but kind of sweet honesty.
Mm-hmm.
And Nan admitting she's never worn it in front of anyone, that's real sharing, builds trust.
They watch Toy and Jen splashing around for a bit. A distraction.
A bit of a distraction, yeah. And maybe a contrast to their own quieter vibe. Toy's warning to Jan shows their own caring connection, too.
Nan tries to break the awkwardness with Noah again.
Yeah, that playful, don't look too much, just enough, lightens the mood, acknowledges it without making it heavy.
Noah's still kind of flustered, though.
Seems like it. But they find common ground again watching Toy and Jen.
Commenting on their confidence, their carefree fun, helps shift the focus.
Definitely. The Nan suggests they swim, too, taking initiative to move past the awkwardness.
And that quiet, meaningful look between them before they go in.
Yeah, it feels like a definite shift. More the friendship communicating there.
Okay, back from swimming. Joy's ordered seafood, leads to some banter with Toy. What about Nan and Noah?
They're nearby, laughing together, just enjoying the group's easy atmosphere. Relaxed.
Then they go to rinse off. What happens while Noah's waiting?
He's waiting near Jen. Toy and Jen have a casual chat. Easy banter. Then, Jen trips coming out of the bathroom.
And Toy catches her. That unexpected embrace. What's the dynamic shift there?
Huge shift potential. That sudden physical contact, the eye contact, that moment of stillness. It can definitely spark something, unexpected intimacy.
Their reactions sound very telling. Both flustered.
Yeah, Jen's flustered thanks. Toy's equally flustered but warm reply. And they kind of stay there for a beat.
That lingering says a lot.
Suggests a mutual awareness, maybe. Toy breaks it with a joke, diffusing the tension. Jen laughs, embarrassed.
And Nan returns right then. Sees the whole thing.
What's her take? Surprised but amused. Suggests she might be sensing something between them, too.
Noah also sees it. Relief that Jen's okay, but also surprise.
Then the embarrassed explanations, Jen thanking Toy again. And Nan's teasing comment about their pose.
Brings back the lightheartedness. Toy lets go reluctantly. Everyone laughs.
Yeah, mix of embarrassment, fun, warmth. Even Noah comments on Toy being flustered. Definitely feels like a seed was planted there between Toy and Jen.
Okay, evening rolls around. That beautiful beach sunset glow. Noah and Nan are walking together again. Mood.
Much more relaxed now. Intimate. Nan's admiring the sunset, setting a romantic tone. Noah agrees. Feels like time stopped.
Yeah.
He's caught up in it too.
That comfortable silence. Then more teasing from Toy and Jen up ahead.
Of course. But then Nan suggests swimming again to Noah.
Feels like she's creating another chance for one-on-one time.
Definitely. His hesitation, then his eyes lighting up, shows he's keen.
And that quiet, meaningful gaze. Wordless communication happening there.
Yeah, feels like they're really connecting on a deeper level now. Meanwhile, Toy and Jen are still full of energy.
Talking about surfing, enjoying the moment, mirrors their own blossoming connection. Then they sit down, giving Noah and Nan space.
A more private moment for them. Nan suggests coming to the beach more often. Clear sign she likes this.
Noah agrees, talks about escaping stress, finding common ground again.
But Nan pushes a little. Asks why he wants to come again. She wants more.
And Noah gives it to her. That line about it feeling good to be there with someone special, meaning her.
Huge step. But Nan needs it spelled out more, right? Special yang ai ka. Special how.
She's not letting him off easy, needs the confirmation.
And his simple reply, go to babe. You clag, you'll get crap. Well, just being close to each other. Understated, but clear.
You can just feel the warmth spreading through Nan. And Toy and Jen notice, too.
Their comment about a real couple.
Yeah.
They see it. And then Jen gets reflective.
Want something similar. Toy encourages her. The romantic mood is infectious.
And then Jen just goes for it.
Yeah.
Confess it to Toy.
Wow. P-Toy, Jen chop P-Toy. Brother Toy, Jen likes brother Toy. So direct.
It takes real courage. Toy's surprise but warm reaction. Jen's confident nod. It feels very genuine.
And Toy's reply, the moment.
His affectionate, amused, nan tai yang, nan fom go kom dong bokwa fom chop Jen win ganna.
Which is?
Well then, I guess I have to say, I like Jen too.
Uncue the tearful joy from Jen.
Toy holding her hand. Just perfect. Sunset, new love blooming for both couples. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Really captures that feeling. Okay, scene change. Jen's family cafe, cat and coffee, late night. It's been redecorated.
Yeah. Jen's on the phone, sounding happy. Toy drives her back, showing their new closeness since the beach.
The redecorated cafe feels symbolic, right? New beginnings. Jen's excited, suggests promo photos. She's invested. And then she finds Toy crashed out, surrounded by cats.
What a picture. Almost surreal. Toy asleep, cats everywhere, including the infamous Jiao Gao. Peaceful.
Jen's thought about a cat sacrifice is hilarious.
Adds that touch of humor.
Yeah.
Jiao Gao settling beside him is cute. Jen snaps a photo going viral, falls asleep next to him. Just comfortable intimacy.
So sweet. Okay, final scene. Still late night, cat and coffee. Toy wakes up. Where is he?
Still in the cat zone. Disoriented. Sees Jen asleep beside him, cat still around.
What's going through his head?
He's piecing it together, wondering how they ended up sleeping there. Playfully asking himself if they're a couple now. It's that dazed, happy confusion of early romance.
He looks at her sleeping face. Affection growing.
Definitely. Then that tender gesture of brushing her hair back.
Yeah.
Pausing at her cheek. Feeling that connection.
He thinks back to the beach confession, right? Grateful she made the first move.
Yeah, acknowledging her courage. He debates, waking her, decides not to. Just feels warm and happy, considerate.
But morning comes, and he wakes up too.
Jen hugging him tightly. Whoa. Heart-racing moment for Toy.
He gently checks if she's awake, teases her with a tighter hug, a kiss on the forehead.
Building the moment. She reacts slightly, he whispers again, then lightly kisses her lips.
The first kiss. Jen's startled reaction, wanting it to last. That magical feeling.
Totally. That slow, mutual kiss. The unfamiliar rush, flushed face, racing heart, warmth. It's all there. Tender, unhurried.
Toy pulls away slowly, whispers that playful question. Wake up or want more?
And Jen's reply. Giggling, nuzzling him, whispering, a little more.
Adorable, so genuine. Cat and coffee becomes their special place where love blossomed at dawn. Beautiful ending for them.
Really is. So looking back, we followed Nan and Noah's journey. Sweet, awkward through school stuff, unexpected moments culminating at the beach where things got real.
And right alongside, we saw Toy and Jen's romance just bloom from teasing friends to confessions and that incredibly sweet first kiss at the cafe.
So for you listening, what are the big takeaways from these stories?
Well, we definitely saw how shared experiences, big and small, really build connection, didn't we?
Absolutely. And the courage it takes to actually say how you feel, that vulnerability,
Yeah.
and the joy when it's reciprocated.
Yeah, and how friendships can just naturally evolve into something deeper, often when you least expect it.
In wonderful, sometimes messy, but ultimately lovely ways.
Okay, so here's a final thought for you to chew on. Thinking about your own life, your own relationships, what seemingly ordinary places hold your most significant memories of affection starting to bloom?
Were those key moments the big grand gestures, or were they the quiet, unexpected connections, maybe like waiting out a rainstorm or sharing a laugh at a cat cafe that really shaped things for you?
Yeah.
Something to think about.